Okay, I am now recording. Alright, so welcome guys. We are just going to record this and then I'm going to upload it to YouTube.
Cool.
Because I didn't put my my desktop's not working right. It's skipping. It's not going to be any good. So, previously, you guys hold on, let me get rid of this camera because it is alright, so you guys went and you went to a tavern and took out another squad of Zents. This time, the local lieutenant that was in charge of the dock ward and providing safe passage for the dock and his crew through Waterdeep. Taking their disguise, coming up with a plan, and going to the warehouse, you dismiss the 20 or so Zent agents that were in the building, telling them to go to the other location, make sure it's secured, and wait for their arrival. You guys were going to transport the dock yourself. Verwin and Toruk up on the roof, watching and waiting for the dock and his entourage to show up, and when they did, you alerted the group. You disguised self and were good enough with your performance and persuasion and all your checks to deceive until a certain point, until that breaking point. Geez, I don't even remember. Let's see here. Let me look back at the battle book. I have so many. Seemed to go a couple rounds. You kind of pinched him, from what I remember. You followed him in the door, pinched him in the warehouse. Once you got his lackeys down, you interrogated the doc. He gave up several locations of the rest of the Crimson Lotus. He let you know that you could kill him. It wouldn't matter. They have many other blood priests that can continue the work of the Crimson Lotus, which was they're creating some type of monster with all of these different racial feats, if you will. Verwin had, or I think it was, Krast had enough of the talking and lightning fisted him to his death. You guys, that happened. You then looted the bodies. You found what you found. It didn't seem like they were carrying like a lot of any magical items. I don't believe. Oh, that's what I was gonna check for you guys. Inventory. Yeah. Nope. Then you darted back to the yawning portal. As soon as you guys entered, you noticed a couple more Zent agents, but not really showing any interest in you. You made it to the stairway, up the flight of stairs, and down the hallway, and went into your rooms, where you are trying to cover up your bloodiness, I believe. Some of you took some pretty good damage, if I remember right.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was, but
I took like 10 points of damage.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, I mean, that encounter, you guys skirted around it by getting rid of all the guards, because that's where the fun would have been. But that's all right. I'll remember that next time. Anyways, you make it to your room. What do you guys want to do now? I mean, you're probably somewhat exhausted just from the traveling through the city, the stress of the encounter, and using your abilities. Well, you're young adventurers. You level up. You feel this sense of pride, and belief in yourself. At the same time, you still have wounds and stuff to lick. So, do you have any plans for the rest of today? We'll say it's probably early evening by the time you get back, and you're just taking your cloak off and entering the room. Cole is just off by himself.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead, Calvin.
I just plan to, like you said, clean up and then just spend the rest of the night drinking and gambling the night away. Celebrating.
You're gonna celebrate, okay?
How far is like the closest library?
Let's see here. I'd say you'd probably have to go up into the castle ward, and most of the times the libraries are like a dawn to dusk, like a lot of stuff in Waterdeep.
Yep.
It might be something you do tomorrow.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
I'll wait till tomorrow to do that.
the castle ward is still, it's probably about a half an hour walk. You'd have to ask some people, but it would be north.
Okay. Well, I think that's a night for me, and everyone will go kind of into his room and jot down everything in his journal that he's been keeping, just like his experiences, and he's kind of building his own adventure in this journal that he's keeping. So
Nice. I like it. Taruk, is there anything that you would like to do before you guys bed down?
Taruk is just going to preen and clean himself off like birds would in his little space, his routine of cleaning himself that he often does that people just try to ignore because he's always cleaning himself.
Okay. I love it. Keldon, go ahead and roll me a d20.
12.
12. You see an elven man and a human sitting at one table with a set of three dice and like a couple stacks of coins that they're just playing a dice game.
All right. I'll walk up to him. Hello there.
Hello. Now that you get close to him, you can see he's almost purple, like his appearance, and he's kind of like covered up, definitely from a distance it looked like he was just trying to have that image, but you can definitely see he's covering up. The human has big, huge brown and silver mutton chops. He's kind of like bald on the top, and he's got like a mullet on the back. His hair's just long, and he's definitely losing.
You got room for one more?
But you know what? It's time for me to get a drink. I'm just gonna. And the human steps up. He has like 2 silver pieces. He's like, Zardoz, a good game as always. I'm gonna take this while I can. Get me a nail. And he, gets up and this elf says, Zardos, please have a seat.
Kaladin, pleasure to meet you.
So, Kaladin, tell me, what's your guilty pleasure?
I typically prefer cards, but if you do dice, I do that as well.
Yeah, I don't
And ale.
set up cards out in the open. Sometimes Durnham, he'll,
Sure.
dice.
Dice.
Sweet. So, it's our first time. 5 silver buy-in, silver bets.
Alright.
This is how it's played. You get 3 dice.
Okay.
You want to get as close to 18 without going over. And you can raise after you do 2 dice, or you roll your 3 dice, and then you can raise and get another die. All right.
Okay.
So you put 5 silver in. So
Yeah.
There's just some silver on the table, and he's gonna roll his. Okay. So as like the first dice goes, you guys kind of like hold your hand over it, counting them. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put a silver in and roll another dice. What about you?
I'll put 2 silver in. And roll another die.
He calls.
Another die.
One more, I say. And he puts 2 more silver in.
I'm good.
You're
I'm
gonna
set.
call? Are you gonna call?
Sure, I'll call. I'll put 2 more in.
Okay.
But I'm not rolling any more dice.
Okay. Alright. During this interaction, he's so... What are you doing in Waterdeep?
Well, that's a long story, but here for glory, money, and fame.
That is the City of Splendors. A perfect place to
It
start. As he moves his 5 dice, you can see he has 15.
I show mine, and I have 16.
Oh!
I just like take off my hat and
So that is 19 silver that you get.
awesome.
And he'll offer to keep playing. Roll me a d20, because I'm not going to make everybody just sit here while we
watch us.
watch us play dice for the rest of the night.
I rolled a 16.
16, okay. I see. You end up taking another 2 gold and 3 silver from him over the course of
Nice.
the next 2 hours. You have conversation. He tells you he is he's an adventurer. He's looking for things, but he just got into port, and business is good, and he doesn't. He seems more like a business owner than anything. That's how he presents himself, But he's like, well, I still need to walk back to the dock. So,
Great. Great playing with you. I hope to see you again.
It was a pleasure. Yep. I hope we see you again. Get up. It's probably like now 1 o'clock in the morning. You hear, actually both of you hear the bell ring 2 times as someone that is completely wasted throws a 1 gold bet down on Durham's bar and jumps on the rope and starts getting lowered into the well. And you see all these other, whoever's left in this, there's probably like 20 or 30 people at closing time. They all start putting bets in and all this. And after like 2 minutes, you just hear a faint, "Ha!" And then like you can see the rope loosen up. And the guys are like, you know, and they're hustling and bustling back. And you make your way up to the room. Probably stumbling a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Open the door. Roll me a stealth check. At disadvantage.
Okay. Natural 1. I rolled a 1 and a 20.
Hell yeah.
So you're like, you get up to the door. I know you don't understand this part, but someday when you're old enough, you're going to hear this description and you're going to be like, wow, Andy was spot on.
Wow.
You're going to grab the door handle and you're just going to like slowly turn it. You're like, yeah. And then as soon as the latch goes, whew, fall in, door slams open, Kaladin face first on the floor. Taruk, you feel like the bit of wind underneath your feathers as this big furball just slams down. Crawl a little bit.
I just fall asleep right there. I don't even move.
You shut the door, and when you guys come to in the morning, Kaladin's just got a pressure headache. Probably needs something to take the edge off. There is a piece of parchment that is folded right at the end of your feet, like it was slid through the door.
I'll pick it up. Try to read it.
It reads like this. Where the dead lie, amongst us all, there is a mausoleum with a sea that's tall. Past the first door, maybe 2 or 3, locked in the box is the stone key. And then there is this very flamboyant Z, like in like a very intricate calligraphy, you know. But
Verwin,
Yes.
you're smarter than me.
I'll take the note. Obviously, it's some kind of riddle. Does this handwriting match Bolo's? Or no, yeah, Bolo's handwriting by any chance?
no,
Okay.
it's a Z, not a V.
Oh, Z.
Z, yes.
Gotcha. This is just peculiar.
Sorry, yes.
We could go to the library to check this out. I've been meaning to go there for quite a long time, see if there's any mods. We can see if this matches anything. However, we also have Bolo's deadline to worry about too.
We do. What was that, a week?
Yeah, you have 5, or actually it was a 10-day, so you have 7 days left.
Okay.
More than enough time. I don't want you to have to,
Right.
Feel like you're forced. You can explore any avenue. You are in probably the largest city in the Sword Coast.
Well, today I would love to go to the library. I've been meaning to go to there the whole time that we've been here. We've just had prior circumstances, I guess. We could do research on this Crimson Lotus cult, see if they have anything. I highly doubt it, but it's worth a check. And I need to figure out what the fuck's going on with me. So,
Well, yes, those are all. Yeah.
Who has the map?
I do. I'll take the map.
Probably Verwin.
Okay. You have a map. That's right. So,
We get breakfast. We go to the library, or do you two have any preferences of what we need to be done? So we have. We promised Volo that thing, but we have a couple more days to do that. We have this freaky parchment that was delivered under our door for no apparent reason.
Seemingly, like, it was a fancy Z, right? Not a fancy V.
It was a fancy Z.
Right.
Yeah.
I
thought it was a V for Volo at first, but I'm just
right. So did I.
Z.
Andy, could I trouble you to post that in the Discord, that riddle?
Yeah, here, let me take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want to have that written down. I got like the first part, and then I was like,
I was gonna write it, and I'm just gonna ask him to take a picture of it. Well, I guess we go to. I don't know. Is there any Taruk? Anything you need to do
Oh,
today?
there's nothing on my list. I think we're on a pinch for some information. So I think the library is a good idea. I'm with everyone else. I don't know what Alistair wants to do, but I think we need some information about everything right now, other than Volo's
Well, we can even research. We can research his request. See what may be down there. I don't know what this library will hold. Hopefully, answers to a lot of our questions.
My screen is shaking. Is it shaking for you guys? No? Okay. That's why I was making a weird face. It wasn't you.
So breakfast and then we go?
Yeah.
You can go down and grab some breakfast. You know?
Coffee with honey.
Yeah, it's like pork, potatoes, bread, you know, some dairy, some juices. Nothing extremely fancy, you know, but good enough.
Verwin he's eating a lot of meat right now, which is kind of odd because I don't think anyone has seen him eat meat before. But he's definitely craving some meat.
Nice. After that, you head north from the yawning portal up into the castle ward. Passing, it is bustling and it is dry for the first time since you've gotten to Waterdeep today. The sun is out a bit, and carriages, vendors, you walk by it all. Make an investigation check, please, or perception. See if you can locate.
Since Tim gave me stuff,
He
just sit and they just take a resting day at the awning.
Yeah.
You said investigation or perception?
Yeah, either one.
18 for perception.
18. So it doesn't take you much. You start noticing some breaks in the difference in structure. You run into one person that's like coming from the opposite, like going against you, and you ask him where the local library is, and he points up a couple blocks, and then a couple blocks east. You guys make your way to this somewhat big building. It has 3 stone round pillars that shoot up about 15 feet where the roof meets and goes up. You see some regular glass and some stained glass on the north and south sides of this, and an older human standing by the door in simple but nice robes.
Good morning, sir. May we use this facility?
It's 1 copper to read the books. You've got to leave them here. But
Easy. I'll hand him 1 copper for myself.
bless Ayun.
I just flick him a gold. I'm like, gambling was good last night, so what kind of waltz in?
Ayun will definitely bless you. And, kind of like guide you in, looking at you a little big-eyed. Curious bunch, yes. You, sir. Are you, sir?
Yes. Sorry. Awkwardly goes into his bag of coins and takes out like a couple silver. And I hope this is good. And then walks away.
Okay.
Money.
Yes. Oh, thank you. As you guys enter, you see this large room with just books and books. There are 2 ladder, the ladder racks from like the you know what I'm saying, and there are just aisles and aisles of books in this open floor, shelves of books.
So I have a list of everything I want to research.
Okay. All right. So
Or at least look at.
all right, and who's gonna be is someone? Are you guys all doing your own thing, or are you going to be assisting? Because this is going to be a series of roles.
I think Verwin would probably be on his own because he's looking into a lot of stuff about what's going on with him, and then also maybe some stuff here and there about like beings that require like different essences almost to see like what they could be creating or something like that.
Okay. And what are you guys looking for? Is there anything in particular that?
I have a few things, I guess.
Okay.
So first, I just want to look any books I can find on like creatures that would live in sewers, because that's where Volo said the things
Okay.
we're taking care of is. Any books on like poker, like gambling techniques, and like music theory books. But
Okay.
besides that, that's it.
And Toruk?
Farouk's gonna look into any information about the people that we're looking into that took us, or anything in relation to, I guess, his main plot line.
Yeah, gotcha.
And do that, and maybe some magical things about portals.
Okay. So Verwin, for your first one, roll me an investigation check, please.
That is a 14.
And what was your first one?
So we're gonna say the first one is like blackouts, not remembering what's going on, kind of losing your memory a little bit here and there, just to see kind of what this underlying force is. Maybe like multiple personality disorder.
Okay. You don't find anything on that, but you do find some medicine books, like research books on like amnesia and blackouts, lack of food intake and water intake, and just some more different situations where priests had to use the blessing of the gods to kind of assist people from that.
That's a lead.
You know, You don't find anything on like multiple personalities. That you go to like one of the people that work here, during that, and they're like, maybe the maybe a medicine man might have more research or something. I mean, yes.
Where's your closest temple? Clerics? Anyone?
I mean, yeah, we have several of them around here. I'll tell you, from where you are, there's do you worship anyone in particular?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay,
I'm kind of a man of knowledge.
All right. Well, if you go on the other side of the market, a couple blocks north, maybe 15-minute walk from here, there is some priest there that might be able to assist you further in that.
Thank you. Okay, so that's a lead, and I'll jot down what he just told me. And I will jot down like all the information, like okay, make sure you're eating,
Yeah.
this, water, and that, and all that.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's a little bit more elaborate than that, but I'm
Right.
not. I
No.
don't know.
Yeah.
What else? Where did you want to?
And then my second one was like trying to figure out, based on the information the doc told us, like what kind of creature they could be creating based on gathering all these different essences from all these races. Like what could feed on that, what could be done with all that, and just trying to get a figurehead of how fucked is this situation, I guess.
Okay. I think you all wanted to touch base on that, right? Am I wrong? So go ahead and roll. I mean,
Could I probably wouldn't read on it myself, but I'd probably be interested. So, like, could I, like, inspire him or, like, give him advantage, like, help him out on this one?
Sure.
Or both?
You can inspire Toruk. Didn't you say you wanted to dive into this? Yeah. So.
All right, so Toruk will help and I'll inspire. So you get a D6 or D8 now.
Oh, a D8.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
if you're using it for a skill check, which you are, you can roll it again. So if it's bad, you can roll it.
Bards, man. Okay, well, that's a 28. No, 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled in that 20.
So you leave like the medical part of like the little section they have devoted to that, and you go into the religion part, which is much bigger. And with the assistance of your friends and just looking and having more eyes, you're able to find one book that talks about like new beginnings of cults, like people who's on the radar, kind of thing. And this is a book that has probably 20 or 30 different types of handwriting. This is something that multiple people have just come in here with some research and have been able to interpret or transfer their notes. And you do find something on the Crimson Lotus.
Oh.
They first popped up within the last decade. The initial reports were of some blood ritual that they do, and manipulating blood and transfusing blood into other beings. There's the origin. They're foreign. Everybody that has had some kind of encounter with these guys have. One guy guesses Eberron, the far distant realm across the Sea of the Swords, completely away from Toro.
Could you spell that?
Eberron, Eberr.
Oh, Aberon.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Eberron.
Okay.
It doesn't really talk names, but it talks about the seer, the taxi. You hear several references to the docks, like a doctor or a blood priest. And the last entry into this, it's probably 6 or 7 pages. You're flipping through this big, huge book. It says that they were in Emphiel, and they were escorting a guy, and they were in this keep, and he saw this mutated lab. Not a guy, but a lab with a big, huge table, all kinds of tools, and that was the last. What was your die roll on that?
Natural 20.
Oh, okay. Are you proficient? You're proficient in investigation, right?
I'm not. No.
You aren't? Okay. So that's a lot of info.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you would like to?
I think I'm all set for now. If you want to get to the other two.
Okay. Taruk, roll me an investigation check for your backline thing. Let's see.
That's a 21.
21. Okay. Are you proficient in investigation?
I am.
You are. Okay. So, as Verwin's reading this, and you guys are not necessarily standing over his shoulder, but paying attention as he's reading and just blurting out the important parts of this. And he's like, all right, and he transfers it over. He closes the book as he goes to put it back on you. You grab it, and you start looking through and through. And about 35 pages in, you notice that symbol. And it's all it has is a symbol, plane hoppers, and it draws, there's a picture, a very crude picture of this lightly shaded, pointy-eared, almost like an elf, but the nose is pushed up and in, so the nostrils are kind of exposed more out in front of you, and that's the extent of what is here. Almost
I would recognize that race though, right?
Yes, you would.
Yeah. Because I know how to speak Gith. Right? There's Gith.
That was.
Yep.
But they don't have any other than that. And I'd say it's even more creepy than that. It's this page has that symbol drawn. Probably with a 21, you could tell multiple people have marked this page, they've seen it. There's no signatures and there's no information, but your experiences, they're very, very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Cryptic.
Yes. Yeah. Well, they're sneaky, you know? I mean, they're hard to track down, but this is something. What it means, you'll just have to keep pursuing.
Yep.
Is there anything else that you wanted to look for in here? As far as...
Like anything that they have about portals in the library,
Okay.
which may be like and
Yeah, they don't keep a lot of... actually, they don't keep any magic stuff. You find some stories about, like, portals and stuff like that, but you don't... There's nothing about, like, any, like, existing portals or anything. Not in the open library.
yeah.
That's somewhere else. Somewhere deeper.
The obscure section.
In the obscure, yeah.
You have to be a VIP to get that one.
Paladin.
Yes.
Is that good for you, Taruk?
He's gonna
I know
grab like an archery book and sit down next to Verowyn.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Kind of chuckling at some of the ways that it's explained. It's not how you trained, and you know, like some of your. I mean, you guys are the best at it. Paladin. So, gambling books and stuff like that. No, you ask actually one of the workers, like, if there's anything. They're like, a bookstore might be a better thing. We don't usually keep crude stuff like that in our library. But as far as music, well, yes, we have a whole section. And, you know, he brings you over to this, like, 3 foot wide, 8 shelf high book of, like, there's tales from other bards written in song. You pick one up and you start reading through it. And it sings of this group of travelers that once believed there was treasure buried deep below the city. A key that could not be found. They investigated and searched, and they were so close. When the story ends in a very, like, abrupt, like, this gets to the crescendo where they were about to find it, and then they fell, and they gone mad, and they fled. And there's, like, this whole bard, all of his stories are about different adventuring groups that didn't go right. And it's probably 10 or 15 lyrics, pages of lyrics. You find some any kind of basic instrument, like practice books and stuff. You can write down if you reading the notes and stuff, and catch notes, that little part of the riff that, like, ooh, I never thought about using it that way. You know? Yeah.
Like, oh, what's tapping? Yeah. Okay.
So, is there anything else you guys want to do?
I wanted to look specifically on, like, creatures that we might find in, like, sewer systems, like underground and stuff.
That is very that is dialogued here. All right. They have like mechanical cleaners in the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the things that, you know, you find.
Right.
Obviously, rats. Sector 4, which you're looking at, like, this picture of it, and you call Verowyn over, and you roll out your map of Waterdeep, and you, like, kind of put the sector over, leads down to the southern ward, and it talks about how it's been shut down for 3 months due to something in there that they have not been able to contain. But the workers in the guard have had a lot of other duties to do, so they haven't been able to take care of that yet.
Does that match up with the well itself?
No.
Like connect?
The well from the yawning portal?
I'm sorry, did Volo want us to go into the well or into the sewers?
Into the sewers.
Okay, cool.
You said that was Sector 4, right?
Yeah, this is just like a blueprint, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, that they have laid out. But as far as anything else, it's what you would expect to
Sure.
be. When you're like tracing the map, though, you're looking at the map and you're chasing Sector 4, and you like just run your hand up a little bit, and you notice that there's a part of Waterdeep that is called City of the Dead. And it has like a lot of grave markers and other signs. But you do like, you know,
No, I
notice that
it.
passively, you know. It's one of those things.
I started a new song in my songbook called City of the Dead.
But yeah, and as far as like any documented like hazards, you keep seeing one symbol. Hold on, where's my phone? I want to send this to you guys.
There was one more thing too. Once we're done with this, that
Okay.
I wanted to check out.
Yep, what's that?
Did you post the that note, like mausoleum and all that good stuff?
Yes.
Did you post that in Discord?
I thought I did. Did I? Yeah.
Oh, yep, I see it.
And then I'm posting the symbol for you guys right now.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
So, Kaladin, could that City of the Dead on this map here, could that be referring to the note? Where the dead lie?
Maybe.
There's a mausoleum. I mean,
Why? Who would want us like going there, and for what reason?
I don't know. It could be fun to check out. It's an adventure.
Yes, I think sewers first.
Agreed.
Right.
I think did we all? Oh, yep.
That Verwin, you have knowledge of the coast due to your backstory. There are monsters. Actually, this would come up like with your monsters underneath there. It has that symbol and it says "stay away," like a reminder. Like, and you start flipping through like all of the sectors, and it's a guild of some sorts. We can't remember what it is, but it's so familiar. Roll me a history check.
Which dice do I want to use? We'll use this one. History. I am quite good at history, I think. I am. 17.
Xanathar.
Xanathar?
Xanathar.
Xanathar.
A crime lord.
Oh, F.
That runs under the city.
That's their symbol?
Yes.
And Xanathar and Xansarat, they're two different things,
Yes,
right?
they're
Okay.
yeah. The the Xanathar Crime Guild, vaguely from or briefly from like what you remember, is like a crime lord, a syndicate, you know, the underbelly of Waterdeep. The Zents are mercenaries, sell swords, and they're all throughout the Sword Coast. You find them in every freaking city. They are just, you know, they're consistently up to no good.
They're like cockroaches. You just
Yeah.
can't get rid of them.
Paladin, wherever you see that eye, we should probably stay clear of. That
Okay.
belongs to the Xanathar Guild. They're not great people.
That's I deal with.
That's fair.
I am a not great person.
No. I mean, we all have our issues to deal with. You are better than most.
Well, thank you.
And I'll share, you know, my information that we found out about the Crimson Lotus. It seems like we know where to at least start looking in the sewers. The Sector 4 that was shut down for Volo's monster. And then we also have the City of the Dead, if we wanted to check that out. But I agree, I think Volo comes first.
Though we do have time. I mean, Cole and Gidget are still out. So if we wanted, we could just see what the City of the Dead is. Let's visit.
Okay.
Got only
On the
2:30.
way, do you mind if we take a quick detour to a temple?
Sure.
Okay.
Farouk? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for a walk, I guess. I would rather fly, but I hear it's a little prohibited here. Possibly. I tried to grab I think of the rules, but yeah, I'm here for the ride, basically.
Now that we're actually talking about it, there aren't many of your kind here.
No, we only exist on the airplane of existence.
Right.
The plane of air.
No, I've done research on your species, but how did you were you captured in the airplane?
No, so I was sent from my clan, so to speak, to investigate why the Gith were coming into our plane of existence to do whatever they're doing. They're stealing our people, our kids. It's a mess. So,
Kind of like how we were stolen.
it correlates. It's been piecing things together to kind of find this correlation between it. So I had that one symbol that I've just found in this book again, that we've been finding this symbol as we've moved along and trying to figure out what's going on. And then this book that we just looked at had the gift scribbled in there and symbol plastered everywhere. So it's breadcrumbs, I guess the human tail would go to lead us along this trail. So I'm piecing it together, but I don't know where they are or where they're based. So,
Well, we have one clue from the doc. This is something I think. Oh, go ahead.
What's a gift?
So there, so you know what an elf looks like, and then you bash its nose in, you color it gray, and you wither it a little bit, and you make it talk a different language. And I speak a little gift just so they can understand what it sounds like.
Are you guys still in the library?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You hear 7 people and like just turn and start backing away from you guys. So we don't know. No, one more time, and I'm going to have to ask you to kindly leave. All right?
Alright.
What's your problem? What's wrong?
What's-
Why
We don't speak that here.
do we have to leave? You don't speak Gith?
Yeah, no. No, they are nothing but trouble.
I just apologize. I didn't know that it was inappropriate. I actually am proficient in tracking them, so I was just sharing with my group that's something I do.
You know what? Come here. Follow me. He's gonna take you. So it was like a square building. There was 2 doors, one on either side. He takes you to the one to the left, which is like an office. Okay. You kind of. You're gonna have to duck. And he points to Kaladin because the doors are only like 6'2" in this farmhouse doors. And closes the door. What do you know about them?
Honestly, just what I've read in books. I've had no interactions with them. Taruk knows more.
So a bit, and I'm sure you can just tell him what you just told your friends, so you don't have to say it again. Well, can I trust you?
I mean, we just met. That's probably not smart on your part.
Very.
Roll me a persuasion check. Or deception. Whatever you're going for.
I think it depends on if we're trustworthy or. I'll go
We
with
are definitely.
Okay.
I think we are.
There are a couple of us, sure.
I'll go with persuasion.
I think us, right? Well, no, you're not really trustworthy.
No, not even a little bit. He thinks we are though. 24.
20. Well, I don't have a lot, but I have been tracking them, or at least the stories that come in from the outskirts of the Sword Coast. It appears, and he pulls out a bottom drawer, and he shuffles like a couple books, slaps them up. You see like a little bit of dust come up from one. Oh. It's a bit of a hobby of mine. And he opens it up and he begins to tell you of like recalls or encounters that he has information he has gathered throughout his lifetime, right? Of all of these stories from the outskirts of like 2 or 3 people just going away. And it's not like they were taking your whole family, your whole thing. It was like every, 6 months someone would be missing. And I mean, that's a lot for the size of your clan over the course of the time it's been happening. This is much bigger, but there's a lot more people here. And then he goes, where's my map? Where is it? So, there's been one thing that I don't understand. And that's how do they just go? Right? How do they appear and how do they go? I understand magic and stuff, but that's a very, very elaborate thing for just this. You think it would be more if they were doing that, if they had that type or used that type of power. But my missing piece lies somewhere up by the Laughing Flow. Wait, no. It's the Desarin River. There's a ruins. Something old. And it feels like it fits. I've never gotten any information from there. Maybe that's a connecting point or something. But hey, you cannot share this information with anyone. It's one of those unspoken things like the boogeyman that you don't bring up because it doesn't happen a lot. But when it's it's freaky. You know, it's scary. It doesn't make people feel good and safe, and that's what the lords want. They want them to feel safe.
Well, thank you. Taruk, do you have any questions?
No, I mean, I don't know what this boogeyman reference is, but the information's great. I think it leads us on to a possible
Get the activity.
lead of activity.
As you like express any thought of going, he's that please document so I can put with my collection.
Oh, I am an avid writer. I write down everything, no matter where I go.
Perfect. If you do this, we can arrange an agreement for you guys can use all the books you want for free. This would be a massive piece, I think. Oh, that'd be great. You see, he's gotten like a little too into it, you know.
Oh, sure.
Like, you know.
Done.
Yeah.
3 books.
I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Henry.
Henry. We are to be determined, but
A band of associates. We don't have a name yet.
Traveling misfits.
Well, you should probably have a name if.
Yeah, we're working on it. There's a lot of other important stuff too.
what about that? To be determined. Sorry,
No.
that's accurate.
No.
Well, thank you.
Callum, you are a great artist, great at poetry. You can do better.
You're right.
But it is okay. I should probably get back to work. Safe travels.
Thanks, Henry.
Yes.
No, thank you. And as we're walking out, I'll be like, fuck. Okay, so we got 3 possible things to do now. I feel like we have so much to do, no time.
That's fine. We're good. And
Okay.
if I think really hard about the fuzzy experience that I had last night,
Yes.
was the guy that I gambled with, was he an elf? Was he actually an elf, or did he match more of the description that I got from if I think really hard?
Like,
Because you said he was an elf, but it was a little...
like drow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, it's one or the other. So.
No. And
Okay.
his name was Zard Oz.
Zard.
Zordaz. Zardoz Zord. Zord.
Cool.
All right. So to the temple real quick, and then where do we want to go to the City of Dead? Do we want to go to where? Real quick before we leave the library, can I just see where the Desrin River is in comparison to Waterdeep?
Oh, yes. I mean, they have a bunch of maps. So, here, let me take a picture for you.
Oh, you can just tell me. I have a map of the sword.
Okay, it is. So the Desert River runs from just south of Waterdeep all the way up into almost the spine of the world.
Okay, and it's just somewhere along there.
And no, I don't. He, from the information that he was trying to tell you, it does split off at one point, just west of Tribor,
Okay.
or just east of Tribor. Oh, pardon me. So, so as you leaving the library, why don't we go ahead and take our 10 minutes right there?
Okay.
Sweet.
Good stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
are getting picked up. Oh, not that. This one. And this one. I think. Are you guys there? Did I lose you? I lost you.
Here?
Hold
We
on.
lost Noah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be back in 1 second. Okay.
And
There we
hey,
are. What's up?
your camera's on.
Yeah, I have to hit the video button.
Oh, okay.
It was
Cool.
flagging up, so I just restarted
Yeah, yeah.
Discord. Doo. All right. And is Fred Boss still playing or no?
No.
No. Well, let's get him back on because I like him. So
I like Fred Boat. I don't think I like him more than Rhythm, but he's really good.
yeah, I'm gonna have to get like a Spotify account. They're doing something weird with it. All right, there. Now it's playing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. My apologies. So you head across. You're looking for a church.
Yeah, the temple that he pointed me to direction to.
Okay, just make a perception check.
Sure. It is a 15.
A 15. What you do come across, even before you get to the market, is one small park with like vined gate, like a molded vined gate around it, and a very earthy structure, resemblance of a chapel of sorts. You see two females out tending the grass and the trees, and the door is open and welcoming.
Taruk, Kaladin, I don't know if you guys need to come in or even want to come in. If you want to look around, I can do this
I want to
myself.
see what happens.
Okay. And I'll walk in.
They will welcome you to the Temple of Melora.
Mora?
Melora,
Melora.
yes.
Who is she the goddess of?
Nature.
Okay.
Life. What's her name in Faerun Pantheon? I jacked up because I never paid attention to Pantheons. Like the first 20 years I played D&D. So I got in at crit roll, so all of my stuff is based off of the cool names that Mercer does, which they're all canon now. He's got a... did you see the new book he's got coming out?
I did. Oh, I'm so pumped.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so she's a life in nature.
Okay. I wrote that down.
Okay.
For future.
They welcome you. Thank you for coming. Please, can we help you?
For letting us in. Do you have a head priest?
Oh,
and he froze.
yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, my thing's freaking out. I don't know why. Hold on. I'm going to try resetting this one more time.
like
I'm a huge
I really
bubbly.
like both. Bubbly's good. I've only recently started drinking bubbly though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It might work. It might not work. No, it's not gonna work. I swear, at like 10:30 every night, our internet.
Craps. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you talked to the high priest. Explain, what are you looking for?
It's trying to see if they have any insight or knowledge on anything that could be going on with me. And I'll explain my symptoms, explain what's been going on. I'm sure Kaladin and Taruk would chime in saying that I've had, like, spurts of violence or, like, not myself.
I'm gonna like gruesomely describe when he like punched through some guy's chest. I won't say who it was or anything, but
wait, too much. Please.
I'm sorry.
There are possible ways to try and cure it, but
I mean, this ever since. I mean, this is new to me. It's not like I've had this my whole life. It happened recently, and I don't know what the cause is, what the trigger was, and I don't feel like myself.
she's gonna like pull out a pouch and just like sprinkle a little bit around, not like on you, but just like over your, like in front of your face, and say like a few words. You can feel like the walls that are make this thing, they start to grow like small little buds start popping as it's connecting with her goddess. Do you feel the same?
I'm sorry?
Do you feel the same?
Do I feel the same?
Yes.
As what?
As you did 10 seconds ago.
Yes. Do I feel the same as what I did 10 seconds ago?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I do.
The kind of magic you are looking for. There are only several people, probably in the city, that have spells that might fend off something like that. And
But you know what it is.
I don't know, but I know something's not right.
I could have told you that.
I tried a type of restoration spell that is a lower one. I do not have access to anything higher. Unfortunately, maybe make a donation to one of the more popular gods, and they can help you if it isn't specific to one.
Okay. I appreciate your help and at least telling me that it is magical or some aspect. Definitely confirms that something's wrong. Thank you, and I'll like give her 2 gold and be like, thank you so much. Here you go, and I'll just kind of walk out.
Okay. So, where are you guys going from there?
Well, what time is it, roughly?
I mean, you got up and you started walking around. You did spend. You're probably getting hungry. It's lunchtime.
Sure. So I guess we'll go grab lunch before we do
we were
anything.
close to the market?
Yeah, grab some vendor food.
Let's go to the market.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
I
you,
don't have a lot
Mike.
of gold, but let's do it.
Yeah.
Actually, I had been wanting to go anyways. I wanna buy something.
Okay, to the market. Hold on, let me see if there is anything in here.
While we're going, I'm just gonna make a mental note, Andy, on like closest monastery.
You're looking for the monastery? A monastery? Am I frozen again?
No, you're good.
No.
You were for a second, but you're good now.
I mean, if we're looking at the map, the monastery of the sun is part of North Ward.
Yeah, where is that?
Just to the right of the market, to the south a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to go now. I just wanted to know, just for future reference.
That's not on my map.
Ooh. You're good. You were just slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, this is getting annoying. What map are you guys looking at?
I'm looking at...
Oh, you got one of the interactive maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Fancy map.
You know what? I might have to do that for next session.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see here. So the market is this huge oval market with vendors packed on both sides of the roads all the way around, and open in the center with some spots to eat, to just hang out. What are you guys looking for in this market?
One thing. Keldon did not share any gold, correct? Okay. I just want to make sure the gold that I had is the actual gold that I had.
What a dick.
And he froze again.
Yeah. I said, what a dick he is.
So,
That's true.
Verwin's actually going to look for a new set of clothes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
He's going to be looking for some, not something like over the top or anything, but like almost like a black kind of coat, like loose fitting black leggings, or like monk attire.
Yes.
But it'll be black instead of his traditional white and gold.
Okay.
He's gonna kind of switch over to like a black and gold style, and it's gonna have like instead of like just a normal gi, it's gonna be a longer coat kind of around. Still, it's like loose fitting but very light. And I'll have a hood attached to the coat as well. And he's gonna buy like a gold sash to kind of tie around.
Okay. With the gold sash, you're talking a gold piece.
Okay, easy.
I would say like it's not actual gold, but you find a very spot on for 7 silver, and the decorative part of it is 3 silver. So 1 piece,
Easy.
and yep, you have it.
And
Now I have to repaint Verwin.
no. This is more so because I don't know. When I hit like level 8 or 9, I like to reprint my characters
Yep,
and what their things are wearing. So that's just more towards what he's going towards.
I fucking love it. Anything else, you guys? I know Toruk is just
all that I wanted.
huh?
That's all that I wanted.
Okay. Kaladin, Toruk, anything you would like to try and find at the market? Or make a perception check and I'll tell you what you see.
I rolled a 19, so I'm looking for like food and an archery shop.
You do find a vendor that's a Fletcher, woodworker, and there are just vendors by vendors of fresh fruits, different kinds of seed, like peanuts. I mean, anything that a bird eats.
Well,
You want fish and chips?
Probably looking for like other fowl to eat.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
And there's too many.
The finest duck in the market.
You can find some duck here. A good portion of it would be 5 copper,
Yeah.
cooked over it's like a Dutch oven, and then he pulls it out and just sears it up a little bit, and he pours this like oil, not an oil, it's already oily, like some seasonings on the top of it, and he swears this is family's recipe.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna get some fish and chips for lunch,
Okay.
but I'm going to take. Why am I so stupid? I'm gonna take some of the drugs that I stole from Lance's house before we left. Oh God, what's the name of that town? I literally can't remember. It's been so long.
Daggerford?
Daggerford? Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we left, I'm gonna take some of those and just sprinkle it on my meal.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you know. And then yeah, I guess that's it. I don't really have any other sort of desires in the market.
Taruk, roll me a Constitution saving throw, please. Thanks. I gotta dig up my notes on that. But the bows seem to be very well made. Like just the way that they're crafted and the strings that are on them, like that string right there. It provides more accuracy. Not so much with the punch, but I tell you, we've been fine-tuning our craft for 63 years. Come here every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every 10 day. I am right here. So,
Mind if I take a look at it?
sure, he'll go around and pull. Do you want the bow, or you want to just see the string?
I would like to see a bow with the string on it.
Okay. Hands it to you. Light. Seems light.
Just give it a little, not like anything bad, just a little.
Yeah. You don't hear it's quiet.
How much you want for? Well, I could probably restring my bow with the string that he's got, though, right? Is that sort of what he was offering, or just?
You can do that. I mean, you have to, knock them a little bit different, depending on the length of your bow. Or I could do that too for a little bit of a upcharge. But the string, it should last maybe 100 shots with this very high. I'm failing at words. This gives you a +1 to hit, not to damage. This string gives you a +1 to hit. And the bow would give you a +1 to stealth when you're shooting it, because it's a very lightweight, quiet bow. He says for this set it's 75 gold pieces for a full get up. The string I can do 25.
Well, you strike a hard bargain. I'll probably do the string, but 75's a bit steep, ain't it?
Well, I mean, if you think it's steep, you have the right to walk away. Those are the prices on that's just, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into making that. You know.
I can understand a man of his trade. I'll take that string off your hands if you don't mind.
Rook, do you need some gold?
Well,
I have some.
Here, I really don't use gold. It's more just for simple things like this, and I'll hand him 20 gold. Because that's about all that I got. That's literally, I have 2 more gold, and I'm keeping that for myself for like food and stuff.
Me and Noah hurt so bad right now because I have like 300 gold.
Well, he probably only needs like 20 more, 30 more gold.
yeah, I'm a bit short still.
What else do you need? I'm sure I can.
Well, I've got 61 here, I think.
I can't math.
So 14 more gold gets him to 75.
I will give you 15 gold.
Oh, so gracious, my friends. Thank you very much.
It's gonna hurt a while, but it's for you and our team. It's worth it.
Yeah, I really don't need gold. It's all yours.
Kaladin and Veruin, probably going through next session, each of you have 1 advantage die. For doing a fucking goddamn courteous thing. And so you want this?
My gracious friends here have pitched in. I want to take the bond off. That's all right with you.
Really? You see him hesitate a little bit, like he's hasn't sold this for a reason, and now it come to, yeah, sure, and he gives it like a good cleaning, tests the string a little bit. 75 gold pieces.
75.
Real quick, can I do an insight check on this man to see if he's like being, I guess, upfront about the soul? Like, I want to make sure Taruk's not ripped off.
Yeah, sure, definitely. You can try to read his emotions, his like facial expression.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is skills. Let's see. Insight. Oh, I'm very 15.
15? It looks more like the way his eyes sink and his mouth change, like he's had it priced at this because he didn't really want to part with it. Ugh. Everybody's frozen. Hold on. Let it get up. I stopped talking. So it's like he had it. It's not a. You wouldn't know about the price. It just seems like more. It seems like he had some attachment to this.
Okay.
And he didn't think someone would buy it at that price.
I just wanted to make sure, like, like gold wise, I don't care about. It's just more of like a.
No, it's just.
Is he lying?
No. He seems more emotionally torn about this until after Taruk gets it and you watch him like turn around and you see him put his hand in the pouch of gold. He shakes his head a little bit and he puts it right down in a chest and wraps a lock around it, and actually like you're walking away and you keep looking back at him, he keeps like every time he takes a step or two he makes sure the eyes are on the chest, as You just made his day, in a way.
I give him a little gift of like taking the hood of my scarf off and say it's for a good cause, so you can see that I'm not a Kenku or anything.
Yes.
And then I put it back up and walk out.
Yeah, and I'll do that up. So, it's not magical, but its properties give you bonuses.
Okay.
So I'll have to build that in D&D Beyond just off of you use a longbow or a short bow?
It's a longbow.
A longbow, okay. So I'll do that up. Anything else you guys would like to grab? We have what was your Constitution saving throw?
Wasn't pretty. It was a 6.
Noah's was?
Oh no! It was for Noah.
Yeah, Noah
No,
put drugs
no.
on his fish and chips.
I don't.
I got a 16.
16? Okay. Like half an hour in, you get like this little bit of like body shift. And then it stops. And it's just like 2 seconds of where you felt outside of your element, outside of your body,
Yeah.
but then you like shrug it off.
More next time.
So
Yeah.
what are you guys doing now?
That's a great question.
That is a great question.
I'm voting more. I'm leaning more towards, and this is Chance talking. More towards going to the sewer.
Sewer already?
I mean, so it's probably 2:00 by the time you get the shopping and food and all of that. From where you are, I mean, you could cut up a couple blocks, and the City of Dead is literally right there. You know, it's
okay.
So it's not out of your way if you wanted to at least
Yeah. Scope it out.
Let's do that.
scope it
Let's do
out.
that.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
check the Fairwinds map and say, well, we're right here, and it's over here.
Oh,
It's
right
just
between it.
3 awkward people standing in the center of a 5-way intersection in Waterdeep
Oh, yeah.
with the map out.
I'm like holding the map, and they're both like at the side pointing. And, yeah.
I'm like trying to reach the map, so we're like four, but
Kelvin, your passive perception's real high, right?
Yeah.
And Verwin,
Mine's okay, but
Verwin's is the highest.
yeah.
Or actually, no, Taruk's sees it too. Where like sometimes you see like little kids like not like kid wise point like from across the street at like one of you two that stick out a little bit more than the other. But you can head down and enter the City of the Dead. Let me read you just a little excerpt about this so you have some.
let me correct myself. I'm only 5'2", but it's still short.
very short compared to me.
I'm only 5'8", so those aren't the tallest.
Teeny folks.
So as you like start to enter the City of the Dead, you see this great huge grassy park of like small rolling hills, tended flower beds, artificially placed clusters of trees and bushes, beautiful sculptures and outstanding architecture, and gravel paths that we wend intriguingly through it all. You start to see a few mausoleums. I mean, you guys have seen them before. Why don't you all go ahead and make me a perception check, as you're looking for a specific one.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a
I got
16. plus 7. So 23.
23. Taruk?
I got a nat 1. I'm distracted.
It's beautiful here. This is probably the closest thing that you've been around. Just very, very beautiful. And Kaladin, what'd you roll?
I rolled really good. I got a 24.
Ooh,
Rolled a 19.
hell yeah.
So, both of you pretty quickly scanning this open area and the mausoleums that you can see, peer in and see one that stands a little bit taller. And it has this very thin and here, let me get you a logo for it. And as you approach, you can see the family name that is underneath this big C is Cassalantier. Cassalanter.
What was it again? I'm sorry.
Cassalanter.
Okay.
And I'm not finding the right image that I want for this. But just very long and like finely made. Everything looks like made from the best materials that you can buy. And hold on, let me get to the right page here. That's it. So, okay. Do. So, as you approach the door, it is closed.
Well, according to this note, we have to go past the first door.
Oh, yes. Read this.
I tried to open the door.
You try to open the door.
Yep.
Turns, pushes in. As you walk in, you can see in this mausoleum just the names of what seems to be a prominent family. There's beautiful sculptures and stained glass windows up high on the sides, depicting nobility and similar things. Directly in front of you is another door that is just cracked open a little bit.
Do you think that's the first door, or do you think that's the second door? Either way, we have to go at least one more, according to this note.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else in this room? I'm gonna start like looking around. Just the door.
It's in this room. It's the names of the fallen and some statues and just beautiful architecture. Probably a stone bench or two for someone to come here and pay their respects if they choose. But there is another door directly in front of you that is just cracked open.
I think it's that one.
I'd like to sneak over and kind of peer in a little bit.
I'll like kind of look out the door, the first door, just
All right.
see if anyone's watching.
Make a perception check. Taruk, you're in the middle? Are you gonna be
between them? And I'm a little sus, so I'm taking my little pouch and I'm making some good berries.
Nice.
as you
16.
16.
Go ahead.
Okay. Verwin, as you push the door open just enough to get a view of this next room, it is about a 10 by 10 room that has another doorway with stairs leading down. In this room, there are just two more statues, one on the left and the right of, like, almost adorned like a king and queen would be.
Is there any, like, anything that could resemble a lockbox in this room?
Nothing in this room.
And do the statues move?
No, they're just standing there in a very authoritative pose.
Okay, I think it's clear. I think we do have to go down this last door, though. And I'll make my way towards the door. Why not?
All right, so just you're going down?
Probably.
If I don't see anyone, I'm gonna start headed back too. But
Okay, so are all three of you going down?
let me hold on.
I mean, the way you look past that makes me seem like I should not be going down, but I'm going down.
We are.
I just want to know. I just want to know what the marching order is.
Let me hold on. Let me.
So I'm definitely first.
Okay.
Still in the middle.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw. Oh, it's only for a minute. Never mind. All right. Yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys descend down about 20 feet underground, and you come to a landing of a 10-foot wide hallway that goes about 60 feet long. You can see all these just little outcroppings, and two arcane lit dim torches flow off of the walls. Actually, there's 4 of them. There's 2 at the bottom of the stairs and 2 about 40 feet down. And Verwin, as you like walk down into this landing, looking, the lanterns flickering at the far end, you see a body on the ground. And when you look in again, there's another body on the ground, laying there motionless. What are you guys doing?
Do you guys see that?
See what? I don't see anything.
No, look all the way down.
Yeah, as he points down, Taruk around the side of your shoulder and Kaladin like over your head, I want that still shot.
I can go check it out. Right. Oh, do they look like skeletons or?
You can't tell from this distance. They're cloaked.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and you said there's outcroppings in the walls though too, correct?
Yeah, and as like you like take a step in to like see, it's coffins of the dead.
I guess. Yeah. Go ahead, and I'll just say.
I'm gonna sprint over there.
Okay.
Do I get the touch spell off before he runs away?
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. It's just an aid, so you get some hit points, and you can't be afraid.
Hell yeah.
As you run up, all of a sudden you see the 2 bodies with blood soaked all over the floor, bunch of dagger wounds. Then you see another one around the corner as the hallway opens up for another probably 70 feet long with all of these outcroppings for storage of the dead people. And you see a female. So the 2 that are right in front of you appear to have bled out, and they're both male, and you see a female that make a perception check.
I'm good at that. I'm very good at that. 24.
It's like you look, she's unconscious, but she looks like she's breathing.
Oh, okay. I'll.
Oh.
I'm not the strongest, so what I'll do is I won't carry her, but I'll kind of put her arm around my shoulder and I'll bring her back towards
Okay.
the group for
All
now.
right.
Yeah, that would be Verwin's first, just to make sure she's okay.
Okay. Yes.
Oh no, guys, there's she's still alive. Those two were stabbed. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Can I do like a medicine check to see if she's like alive or just unconscious?
Okay. Yeah. Roll medicine. I fucking love skill knights.
Not good. 5.
5. She's unconscious but breathing.
Okay.
Okay.
I am just gonna throw a healing word.
Okay.
So she'll get 3, 4. 9 hit points.
And Verwin's holding her. So
Yep.
as you heal her, a dagger comes out of her side and brings it up, and then looks around at you.
Whoa, wait.
Who are you? Where'd they go? No.
To be determined.
And she turns around,
It's not gonna
and,
catch.
It's true.
and she points, and at the same time, you guys all turn around. At the end, by that guy, you can see a box with its lid open, laying on its side. Fuck! They took it.
I take it that had the stone key in it.
What do you know about the Stone of Galore?
No fucking clue. Oh wait, Stone of Galore. Do I know anything about the Stone of Galore? In readings?
Are you proficient
I
in
don't-
history?
Yeah, and I have the researcher background.
Okay, so roll a history check.
Do I know something, Andy? I know everything. It's a natural 18. I think I have a plus
Oh.
5.
Okay. So that song, like you start like the memories, the connections is the hard part right now for you. You know, as you've come awake. I'm just sitting here waiting, hanging by myself.
In life, having a good time,
Yeah.
playing
All
some
right.
D&D.
So as like your brain's starting to wake up, you know, getting to the library was probably comforting for you. You heard Kaladin reciting that bard tale and the mysteries of the City of Splendor. There's a rumor that Lord Neverwinter hid his hoard somewhere in Waterdeep. 500,000 dragons, which is the gold in Waterdeep.
Holy shit!
And
500,000?
500,000.
Is that a lot of money?
But that
Yeah,
is
But
that
That's
belongs to the Castellantiers. And I know just who stole it. And she says, I know where to go. I'm not
You
witty.
know where to find the stone.
Well, I know where they would go. They were
Okay.
they were part of our
Who are
team. Arn and Sophia.
And they
They-
betrayed you.
They betrayed me. They killed. Oh, and you
I'm
see
sorry.
like her pause and like tears come down.
Let's
As
start over. What's your name?
My name is Valiel.
Vaniel.
Vallel. Vael.
Vaniel.
Yeah.
And you said she's human?
She's human, and it's hard to see. Like, you have in the heat of the moment, because of the dim light, it's hard to like make out those skin colors definite and stuff. But now that she's close and the blood pumping, that adrenaline is starting to subside for a minute, she's a darker skinned human.
Vaniel, the stone. So you know where they took it. I've read about the stone in passages from texts at the library and monasteries, and it's fascinating.
Well, maybe
You know where they took it?
I know where their hideout is. If you help me get it back, I'm sure the Castellantiers will offer you a reward.
Yep.
So
We will help you get it back.
okay, let's
Now,
do the.
quick question for the DM, real quick. The Stone of Galore, just if I remember, is it the key to finding the 500,000 gold pieces?
I don't know if you would have, if that much of how deep,
Sure.
the lore behind.
I'm just trying to piece it together from the note and what I know from the stone.
You need it to get in the vault. She'll
Okay.
tell you.
Yeah.
And it is very important. There's many people looking for it, and we had it. We were just moving it. Oh. And she's like, "We gotta go. If you're coming,"
Yes, let's go.
and she takes off. You guys dodge through the rest of the city of dead, and I'm gonna say that where we'll lead off tonight is just cresting about a block from the yawning portal. So next session we can pick up Tim, and we are heading towards a lead.
Okay.
Nice.
There we go. With that being said, fuck it. That was fun. Good session.
Hell yeah.
So, I'm going to close this down, say bye to the internet, and
Goodbye, Internet.
Like
Good.
and subscribe.
yeah, like and subscribe. YouTube is something that we should be doing more. So,
Hit that notification bell for the next video.
bam.
Oh,
Look at, yeah. Woo!
Wow. Yeah.
Man, all right, commercials coming with Mike. Thank you guys.